Boy, things were going good. One day they were out there performing with the mules, and all of a sudden one of the mules turned and went this way and tore up the garden. Oh, they didn't know what they were going to do. So they took him, loaded him up and took him to the vet. And the mule brought him in there, and the vet said, well, I can tell you what's wrong with him. He's got unequal eye pressure. He said, if you look him right square in the nose, that one eye is looking over here. And he said, we can do a surgery on it. It'll cost you $572, and I can pull that muscle back. Or he said, I can do a temporary. It'll cost you about $50. But I don't guarantee it'll last very long. And they said, well, it's late in the season. We'll take a chance. He said, I'll be right back. So he went in the shop, and he come back out with a piece of surgical tubing, stainless steel. All the bacteria, all the germs and everything had been wiped off. This baby was slick and clean. He said, hold that mule by the nose. And he went around and he raised up that mule's tail and he poked it right in there. He said, now I'm going to blow on this. And when I get enough pressure, that eye will pop back like it's supposed to. Oh, God. He said, you boys hold him and watch. So they're watching and watching. He's blowing and blowing, and finally it pops out. He said, all right. He pulled that out. He said, that'll be $50. They took them mules home. They started working with them. About a week later, that eye done that again. Took off right in the middle. Got tore up about 12 rows of beans. He said, now, Charlie, what are we going to do? He said, I'm going to do it myself. He said, you don't know nothing about betting. He said, I did too. I watched him. He said, you ain't got none of that tubing. He said, I got some garden hose. So he went and cut him a piece of garden hose about 3 foot long, and he said, you hold him. He raised up that tail, and he put that hose in there, and he blew, and he blew, and he's turning blue, and he said, Charlie's not working. He said, all right, Smarty, you come try it. He went around, he said, hold him. He ran, he pulled that hose out, and he turned it around, and he pulled it in the other way. He said, what'd you do that for? He said, I don't want to put my mouth on there where your lips have been.
Kornbread Junction.